Thank you, Brian. Before I get to my introduction of Howie Rose, I did want to mention that somebody here on the dais who had a really rough time recently, and I wanted to just explain why. I'm talking about Spike Lee, who has recently had some troubles. Spike, as many of you know, is such a good-natured guy, so he happened to loan a friend $8,000 for a facelift. Now he cannot collect because he does not know what the person looks like. I can't go on entertaining you like this for many hours. But this is such a kick for me to introduce Howie Rose as one of two people being honored for the Arthur and Milton Richmond Award. Both were superb writers and baseball people. And I've also been a huge fan of the excellent work of New York Post columnist Mike Vaccaro, who will be up here a little bit later on. Now, I've known Howie since his grade school days. At the time, I was broadcasting the Knicks and the Rangers and the Mets pre- and post-game shows at WHN Radio. Now, that was the Mets' flagship station at the time, and when WHN eventually morphed into what is today's WFAN. So one day, I got a phone call at the station on our special phone in the sports department. Actually, our sports department consisted of a very small desk, 2 chairs, and a huge tape editing apparatus off to the side of the newsroom that we're all trying to figure out. So the caller said his name was Howie Rose, and he and his friends had actually started a fan club for me. And I can tell he was a teenager and how he was attempting to sound a lot older than his years, but I was flattered and I said thank you, and that's very kind of you. And then Howie began to call me and ask questions on a regular basis, and this was now really getting annoying. But actually, Howie came across so well on the phone, and I invited him to visit me at the radio station. And Howie was always a very polite young man, and found him to be, he was a terrific kid, extremely knowledgeable, and seemed to have a photographic memory for sports. That certainly is a trait that has been noticeable to Met fans over the years. And then he began to do what I did as a kid. He brought a tape recorder to games to practice his announcing, which at the time may have caused some problems with those with an earshot of his seat at the ballpark. So I suggested that he look for a friendlier atmosphere at home, where he would put ball games on television, turn off the sound, and do the play-by-play on his tape recorder. And I'd listen to and this is what I did actually, I'd listen to a number of the tapes, and I'm thinking, this kid is really good. Yes, the kid has been really good throughout his career. His desire and dedication through those early stages have led to a magnificent run with the Mets, handling play-by-play on TV and radio, to his days with the Islanders and the Rangers, and his Ranger days highlighted by that epic call in the Stanley Cup final, game number 6, back in 1994, Matteau, Matteau, Matteau. So now approaching his 30th year with the Mets, and just a week ago, Howie was named to the Mets Hall of Fame. And as Howie would say, put it in the book. Tonight, a richly deserved honor. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Howie Rose.